When it comes to money, we all want to keep it. If it's possible, we would grow it with the least risk. Let's take a look at Luke, who is planning a short-term investment goal.
I want to get fit. Flexin'.
Luke will require a gym membership at the local Genesis and some muscle milk to help make him huge. Since he can acquire the cash in such a short time period, his goal is considered short-term. Let's take a look at his options. Luke is only 16 years old, living with his parents. He must choose what type of risk he is comfortable with.
What types of risks are there?
Well, Luke, there are low, medium, and high-risk options. Low-risk options are usually insured options such as a savings account, checking account, U.S. savings bonds, and certificates of deposit. They tend to have a low return on investment, relatively high safety, and low or high liquidity. Medium risk options will increase your return without taking funds. They usually have medium return on investment, medium safety, and medium liquidity. They can range anywhere from money market funds, retirement accounts, SEP accounts, and KEO accounts. Lastly, high-risk accounts usually have a high return on investment. However, there is barely any safety and it has decently low liquidity.
I want a low-risk option.
Let's take a look at Luke's situation. He has a job at the Indian Valley Country Club. His paycheck at the end of the week is about $350, not including tips. Luke plans to drink 2 muscle milks a day. A package of 12 shakes is $46.99. To supply for his routine, he will be paying about $235 per month. A membership at Genesis costs $39.95 per month. On top of the muscle milk, he will need around $274.95 per month to keep up with his fitness goal. In order to maintain this account, he will need to insert $70 in a savings account and $100 into a checking account every week.
Great!
Now let's take a look at Tori, who is looking to accomplish a medium-term goal. I want a partial athletic scholarship for softball to aid me in attending Colorado State University. Booyah! Besides academic requirements, Tori will need to consider how she will reach this medium-term goal financially. For an out-of-state college, her total estimated cost will be about $40,000. I want to distribute my money among savings and checking accounts, U.S. savings bond, and certificates of deposits. These options are safer than most. Since she will need this money in the future, CDs and bonds are great choices. They have higher interest rates. U.S. savings bonds are even excluded from local and state taxes. With a savings account, her money can be compounded, and with a checking account, she can access her money more easily for monthly payments. Also, asset allocation and diversification both lower the risk of multiple types of investments, and they both balance a portfolio. Asset allocation is an investment strategy that aims to balance and reward by appointing a portfolio's assets. Diversification is a risk management technique that has many types of investments in a portfolio. Both of these would be useful to have good investments. Dedication to the sport will always pay off, but I'm going to need a new bat, new cleats, and a personal trainer to improve to the collegiate level. A personal softball trainer costs about $39 per session. A new bat costs roughly $300, and new cleats are about $80. Let's see whether her situation will allow this. I work every Saturday and occasionally weekdays. Every 2 weeks, she receives a paycheck of about $300. Monthly, she receives a total of $600. If she puts all of her money into different accounts, she will reach her goal sooner. She can exchange $300 for a savings bond every month or place it in a savings account and exchange a larger amount of money for a larger U.S. savings bond. For example, if the interest on a bond is 2%, she will have roughly $306 by the end of the month. Or, if she puts one larger amount on a bond yearly, she'll have $3,672. She can put $100 in a checking account every month to afford her training sessions and $100 in her savings account for those cleats and a bat in the future. Lastly, she can put the remaining $100 into CDs. She can afford a new bat in 3 months and cleats in 1. At this rate, she'll have over $14,000 for college. Gnarly dude, I'll catch you at CSU. Joey is planning on accomplishing a long-term goal.
I want to save up so I can get an apartment right after college.
Joey needs to consider what type of saving options he will invest in to be able to accomplish his goal. He is currently unemployed and gets $25 a week from chores.
Because my goal is long-term, I want to invest in long-term saving options like stocks, bonds, and CDs so I can maximize the growth of my money.
Joey should start out by putting $25 a month in his savings account, invest $50 in his stocks, and keep $25 for saving money. As his money in his savings account grows and whatever money he has left over each month, he should start investing in bonds because bonds have a higher rate than a savings account.
Is doing that each month going to be enough?
Well, not necessarily. You're going to want to get a part-time job to increase your income. After doing this, you should invest in CDs because you will have more money coming in and CDs have a higher interest rate. By doing this for 5 or 6 years, you should be able to buy your apartment after you graduate college.
Awesome!
It's about time for a recap of some of the many ways you can invest your money. There are numerous options to choose from when you're deciding where to invest your money. First, let's talk about bonds. Savings bonds are debt securities issued by the U.S. Department of Treasury to help pay for the U.S. government's borrowing needs. Bonds can be short-term or long-term investments and are probably the safest types of investments because they're fully refunded by the U.S. government if anything is to happen to them. A lot of people get bonds when they are really young, so the money is built up by the time they are ready to go to college. If you cash a bond before 6 months of purchase, you are required to pay a fee. Next are stocks. Stocks are typically long-term investments where you essentially purchase a very small piece of a company where you can either gain money, lose money, or even stay even. Stocks have an average boost of about 10% return per year since 1926. A cash equivalent is a short-term investment that can have a high credit quality and have a high liquidity. Some examples of a cash equivalent are U.S. government treasury bills, bank certificates of deposit, bankers' acceptances, corporate commercial paper, and other money market instruments. The last saving asset is a mutual fund. A mutual fund is a basket of investments that may contain bonds, stocks, and cash equivalents. They may hold a single type of asset, such as only domestic large-cap stocks, or a blend of investments, such as a balanced fund with a mix of stocks and bonds. Mutual fund companies are generally run by managers who pay close attention to how assets are performed. Investing does matter, no matter what age you are.
Get low when the whistle go.